Congratulations to the Tier 2 award winners. Awesome. I can only imagine that a few of you will probably play Tier 1 next year, I would guess. So we'll move on to the Tier 1 awards with the newly appointed head coach, Chummer.
I've got a few things to say first.
Why are you yelling?
First thing, so we've got two guys in this organization that don't get as much recognition as they deserve. They put in countless hours all the time. I went to lots of other teams' games this year. Every game I was at, I saw this man, Terry Doken, he was there watching. Kevin Chiswick back there does everything. Jerseys, water bottles, you name it. They put in thousands and thousands of hours of time and they don't get enough recognition. Let everyone give them a round of applause. I might get a bit emotional here. I love this team. A few guys here I want to thank first that aren't here. Tate and Lane, you guys are here. You guys gave us good games this year. Aiden Brown, Noah Sembaluk, Taylor Schwam, Liam Elliott, Cale Harris, Matthew Gauthier, Jacob Power, Ronan Push, Alex Sorokin, Jackson Ganton, Jack Renault, Bennett Fry, Grayson Albrecht. Those are all guys that helped us out this year when we needed it. We'll give them a round of applause quick. I don't think I missed anyone. I might have. One more thing. Sean Menon can't be here tonight. He's playing for the University of Ottawa GGs right now in Kufla. So that's why he's not here. And then one more thing. This past in August 29th, the Crude had their first guy drafted in the NLL draft. That's Bryce Schmierman. He was drafted 36 overall, my brother. So So we'll get to the awards now. Michael is the most dedicated award for the first guy. The most dedicated award is given to the player that best exemplifies the commitment, passion, and dedication to the Crude. This guy's bled purple since he got here and gave us good play on the floor. He'll be an integral piece to our Tier 1 team going forward. He also put numerous miles on his car coming from Bonnyville. Your 2021 most dedicated award recipient is 00 Reese Oliver. Second, the most improved player. Most improved player is awarded to the player that demonstrates a significant amount of growth from the start of the season to the end of the season. This player was thrusted into different roles throughout the lineup because of how few lefties we had at some point throughout the season. He showed significant improvement throughout the year on both sides of the floor. Your 2021 most improved player is number 16, Hayden Hodges.
Right here.
Okay, next we've got the Rob Pence Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year is an award given to an athlete most accomplished by his peers in his first season. This player was an offensive force for us this year and had an immediate impact from game one where he had 2 goals and 2 assists. and was always a primary focus of the other teams from then on. He continued the year at a 3.36 point per game pace in the OT winner to put us in the North Finals this year. Your 2021 Rookie of the Year is number 20, Josh Fawchuk.
Everybody, congratulations.
I'll call the captains up here to do this next one. The captain's award. Josh or Jacob and Gino.
For the captain's award this year, typically the captains choose what the award is for. So last year's player that showed the characteristics of a captain or an assistant captain, but didn't get an A or a C. So this year we're going to do the same thing. So this year the recipient of the captain's award is Bryce Schmerman.
He's in there?
Last on from up there.
Okay, next we've got the Teddy Olson Memorial Unsung Hero Award.
Can I just say something about Teddy Olson?
Yeah.
Teddy Olson was loved lacrosse. Lived in St. Albert. Was a lawyer, and his kid was a hell of a lacrosse player. He ended up being the captain of the Crude. The hell is his kid's name? Chris Olson. Anyway, but we were having the Rams, minor Rams, were having an event at the Legion, and I was sitting beside Ted, and he fell over, had a massive heart attack, and died. So that's part of the reason why he's on this is his dedication to lacrosse and love of lacrosse and his son and the whole 9 yards. So that's why Teddy's on this. Anyway.
The Unsung Hero Award is presented to someone that displays great skills and or leadership on the floor and in the dressing room and doesn't get the recognition that is deserved. This player had a fantastic offensive season and was a lead by example type player on the floor. He led our team in overall scoring with 8 goals, 36 assists, and 44 points in 13 games. He was very quiet in the room but lethal on the floor. He never caused any ruckus, just went about his business on the floor, and it definitely shown this season. The 2021 Unsung Hero Award recipient is number 2, Tarek Joma.
They spelled everything wrong. I'll get it changed. Johma.
Next, we've got the Coaches Award. This was decided by Rory, Dylan, and myself. The Coaches Award is an award given to a player who demonstrates the most leadership, sportsmanship, team spirit, and skill throughout the season. This player bled purple from the time he arrived and helped on and off the floor with both teams in the organization and was a major contributor on the score sheets as well. He had 13 goals, 14 assists for 27 points in 8 games for an average of 3.38 points per game. He was always one of the first guys to stick up for his teammates and himself on the floor when needed and was a vocal leader in the locker room. Your 2021 Coaches Award winner, number 44, Bryce Schmerman.
Brother will hold that.
Next, we've got the Gord Britton Memorial Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is presented to the most outstanding defensive player on our team. This guy most definitely didn't receive all the recognition he deserved around the league. He was always tasked with playing against the other team's best players and always did it with a smile on his face. He also contributed 11 points in 12 games played. Best defender in the league this year, hands down. Number 21, Jacob Faucha.
This is his third year in a row.
Next, we've got the Rioth Joma Offensive Player of the Year. RJ coached the Crude here for a while, and as well with other things. Terry's gonna give us a brief description.
I probably shouldn't be the one doing it because we have his brother here. But it hurts me. I don't know. RJ's was an amazing individual. Smartest man I know. And one of the best lacrosse people you'll ever meet. And he's fighting with Alzheimer's right now. And it just kills you that a man like him would have to go through this. Anyway, he's just an amazing person, and we had to name this award after him just because of what he did for us. So thank you to him and Salah, Tarek. Thank you.
Offensive Player of the Year is presented to the most valuable player on the offensive side of the floor. Not only was he a huge part of our success on the floor, but he also fit in great with the guys in the room and led by example with his play on the floor. This player stepped into the league and made an immediate impact. He finished the year with a stat line of 20, 17, and 37 in 11 games played, for an average of 3.36 points per game. I'm very much looking forward to coaching him for the next couple of years. The 2021 Offensive Player of the Year is number 20, Josh Faucha. Last, we've got the Donna Easton Memorial Most Valuable Player. The Most Valuable Player award speaks for itself. It is presented to the player that has contributed the most to his team's success as voted upon by his teammates. This player joined us right before the exhibition season kicked off and fit in right away. He was a quiet leader in the room and let his play do the talking. He kept us in games when we started slow and always made a save when it was needed. He had a stellar 7.06 goals against average and .849 save percentage. He also had 3 points in one game played as a runner. It was a privilege coaching him, and I look forward to seeing where his senior career goes. Your 2021 Crude MVP is number 35, Chayton Hecken. Yeah, that was awesome. In regards to next year, as Terry said, I'll be the new head coach. I've recruited someone to join our coaching staff. I just got the text. I've got the go-ahead to announce it. He's in the room. His son's in the room. Todd Lorenz will be joining my coaching staff next year. He's 7th all-time in Man Cup scoring. That's Senior A, Nationals. He's Shelly's dad. He's got 8, 9, 10 rings. And we're looking forward to having him. That'll be very, very good. Next, we're doing graduating players. Do you guys want to do yours first? Want us to go?
You're up.
Okay.
I want to see his number.
All right. Let's see if I can get through this. A little bit of a history of what we do here. Back in what year, Kevin, did you and your son come to us? 12, 11? 2011. And Chiz had been, he was with the Warriors, and they had been at a Minto Cup in Mimico or Malton or somewhere in Ontario. And he came back with this framed thing with a picture of his son and Toronto skyline and the CLA thing, and it was hanging on his wall. And I went over to his house and I saw that. I said, man, that is awesome. That looks so nice. I said, we need to do something like that. So we come up with an idea that we do something like this. All of our graduating players since 2011, we have done this. We give this out, and this is the first year the Tier 2s are joining us to do it as well. So there again, the only lacrosse club that I know of that does something like this. So the first one is, it's a little bit different that we're doing this because he didn't play for us this year. And we drafted, he wasn't drafted in 2017, his first year, and we cut him, or I cut him, and he went down and played 1 year of Tier 2 lacrosse with the Wizards, faced about 180 shots a game, and it was the best thing that he ever did, or that we ever did. He came back to us, and it's kind of funny, the funny story. We're ready to go play our first game against the Shamrocks in Calgary, and I get a phone call on Friday night from our new head coach saying, I'm playing Junior A this year. He is my starting goalie. And his brother said, yeah, me too. So at around 11 o'clock or whatever, we had this phone call, and I'm wondering, what the hell am I going to do now? I got a rookie goaltender that, I don't know, what the hell, let's go. We went down, and we lost 8-6 to the eventual Founders Cup champions. And it was because of Kyle Schmidt. We want to do thought? Sure. All right. The next one, this person was drafted with our 7th pick in 2017. He played 5 full years with us, 68 games, tied for 9th overall for Crude all time in games played. 8 goals, 27 assists, and get this, 68 games, best defender for probably his last 3 years of playing Junior B lacrosse. Always defending against the best players in the league, 7 minutes in penalties in his career.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. Jacob Vacha. Alrighty, this next person, he was drafted in the 6th round in 2017 by the Sherwood Park Titans. Ended up, I think he got traded to the Warriors, and he kind of bounced around. I saw him playing when the Miners had their 4-on-4 this year, and I'll tell you, I was taken aback by the improvement in this player's abilities and the way he played. He was by far the best goaltender on the floor, and there's senior B players, junior A players, and a guy that nobody would ever give a chance, an opportunity. And we ended up losing both of our goaltenders this year to junior A. Goes to say how good our goaltending was. Ooh. Anyway, so at the last minute, kind of made a phone call, or I guess it was an email, and invited him out, and you saw what happened. Chayton Hedman, MVP, and unfortunately we only got him for 1 year. My pleasure.
We have the nicest slide.
Not anymore.
All right, our last one. Drafted in the 13th round in 2017. Played 5 years with the Crude, and I don't know how many times his mom has said to me, we didn't even think he was going to play lacrosse. We didn't think he was going to make it. We didn't think that he was going to be good enough. And I'll tell you, the first year, I think we ran him out our back gate. And then we realized that, holy shit, this guy has got hands. He can score. So, he ended up 6th in points all-time with the Crude with 127. 7th in assists all-time Crude. And we're talking, with the Crude, we're talking like 180-some people, players. 5th in goals all-time Crude with 57. Tied for 9th overall with games played. And in 2019, he led the RMLL Junior B Tier 1 division in power play goals. I think he can play. Gino. As you can see, I get choked up at this stuff. I'm terrible at it because I just love everybody so much, so it's cool. Anyway, that's the tier 1s. We're done. Rick? While Rick's doing that, for the tier 1 award winners, these boxes in the whatever protective sleeve is up here for you. It says right on it your name and what the award is, so if you want them, great. If not, they're going in the garbage. It'll be a good way to get your award home.
So this is our first time doing these awards. Let's face it, this is the first time that we've had people graduating from our program. So here we go. Ours, I dropped the ball. I didn't get the little metal plaque part done up. So I apologize to the recipients. We will get them made up and we will get them in there. We have one gentleman that's not here tonight, Thomas Cunningham. He's been with the Crude for 4 seasons. He started off with the Wizards, came to us with a trade, and has been a fixture all over the floor for us. He just couldn't make it tonight. We are starting to get pictures, so it's very hard to make some of this stuff. When we first started our Tier 2 program, it was cell phones and excuse me, and everything else. So we didn't have a picture of Thomas. I was just going to draw a stick figure in there for him. But my artwork sucks. So I had my daughter give me a hand with this, my wife. Everything was put together today. And they turned out pretty good, actually. I'm quite pleased, quite happy. But we'll start off with our first one. As you know, Garen Schmerman had played with us for just 1 season. He was supposed to come back and play, but unfortunately COVID has hit and these guys weren't able to play their last season, which really sucks. They missed out on their 5th year, but I think it's deserving that these guys get their 5th year award. Trying to find a picture of Schummer.
Wasn't moving too quick, so.
Nope. I'll tell you what, it's the Schummer Shuffle. Anybody in here can outrun it.
3 goals a game, baby.
No. Anyways, Garen, would you come up here, please? It is a very, very old picture. Thank you. I know, but that's okay. We will get these proper pictures. We'll get some stuff in there. We'll get them fixed up, okay? But we just thought it was important to get this stuff out to the players tonight. The next one is our Tier 2 head coach. Grayson was our first captain for Tier 2 and continued to be that leader. And through the years, he took a lot of people under his wing, taught them how to play. Let's face it, Tier 2 is very difficult to play because it's like scramble ball. There's nothing right about it. It's lacrosse, but it's not lacrosse. It's very hard to explain. Some of you Tier 1 guys that came down and played a couple games, you're like, yeah, he knows what he's talking about. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You think that you have a system, but there is no system. It's like playing out in the field with a bunch of guys. That's all it is. So we have one for Grayson for his 5th year. Like I said, we'll get them all fixed up for you. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so this is something that's new. We don't usually do this early, but this is going to be my new thing. I think there's incentive to work in the off season, and this will provide it hopefully, and keep some of you guys around. So like you said, Jacob's our captain. Gino was our A, one of our assistants. They both graduated this year, so we need some new leaders. This player worked his ass off. Every time he was on the floor, never gave up. Vocal leader in the locker room. No one more deserving to wear the C for next year. Your 2022 crew captain will be Jack Renault, number 3. I'm also going to announce my assistant captains. It's already been chosen. Dylan and myself decided on these. Your first assistant captain next year in one of our home jerseys will be number 2, Tarek Joma. What's the number on that one? 7. Okay. Our next A, he's switching numbers this year. He's a leader in the room. Bryce Schmierman. Our first away assistant captain next year, because, well, since these guys are both, all 3 of these guys are 5th years next year. No, never mind. 2 of them are 5th years. It's a younger guy. Wearing our first away A is going to be number 20, Josh Fotcha. And last but not least, our last away A, he's currently playing field lacrosse in Ottawa for the GGs. I know he's going to absolutely love this. He's going to work his bag off. Sean Menon will be the last assistant. 77. And that's all I got. Terry, anything else?
I don't think so. Looks like we got lots of pizza left. Thank you all. Greatly appreciate you coming out to this, and our plan next year is to do it back at the St. Albert Inn and have a sit-down meal and a guest speaker. And the only other thing that I would like to mention is I've been asked or was brought to my attention about, I don't know how many people know Chris Latondra. Chris, he took his life June 11th, 2020. And our trainer of the Tier 1 team, she came up with this brilliant idea. She said, you know, they have that tournament in Prague for that young 17-year-old boy that died. Why don't you do the same thing for Chris? What a great idea. So I am. I sat down with his parents and got their blessing. And in less than 24 hours, I had 12 people on my committee. I have reached out to Theo Fleury to be a keynote speaker at an event. He's already said yes. Haven't even had our first meeting yet. I have Dave Jameson, who has his own radio show on the Fan 1260. Used to be the president of TSN? Yeah, 1260. He used to be the president of the Rush, and he worked 18 years with the Edmonton Eskimos. And Dave is going to join us, and he will be a proponent of what we're trying to do and help get our cause out there. Now, the main and most important thing about this tournament is what we're trying to bring awareness to mental health. And our goal, and maybe I guess our mission statement would read, if we can save one life, we've accomplished what we set out to do. So anybody who wishes to join us and put this tournament on, our goal is to have the best lacrosse tournament in Canada, maybe the world, if we can. We're going to start out small. Our first tournament is going to be in 2023 because we don't know what COVID is going to do. So I'd rather wait an extra year than have it canceled. So, but we're having our first meeting on October 6th at the Ironworkers Local 720. I don't know, can't remember the address, but and should be good. We have there's about 16 or 18 people that are going to attend, so we're well on our way having a very strong and committed committee. We've got some really good people that are going to head this thing up, and I'm very excited for this. So our goal is to hold it on Labor Day every year, so that we're offset from the Hrebeski tournament in Prague. They usually run theirs in March, so if we hold ours in September, which September is Mental Health Month. So that just makes perfect sense that we would have our tournament in September. The Canadian Mental Health Association has already said yes. We're there to help in any way that we can. So I'm very excited about it. This meeting that's coming up, I feel sorry for everybody because I've got pages upon pages of ideas that I sit up at night and I type and I go, oh, there's another great idea. Most of them will get shot down, but that's the kind of person I am. So. I just love the idea. I love Chris. Anybody that knew Chris loved him. Chris he played for the Warriors. I wanted him to play for us, but they drafted him first, and they would never trade him to me until the end of his fifth year. But Chris was one of the only lacrosse players that played for another team that was welcomed into our dressing room. He used to come into our room all the time. After a game, we played the Warriors, and he'd be on the floor wanting to fight and kick the shit out of everybody and whatever after the game.
Best friend.
Where are we? Here comes Chris. Slides, socks, shorts, and his hat backwards. Hey boys, how's it going? He sit down and shoot the shit with everybody. We finally got him to our team. We traded for him, and we played the Warriors, I think third game in, and they're one of their players took exception that Chris left and purposely hurt him and ended his career. So we only had him for 4 games, but he was pretty special. And I think that this is going to be a fun thing. So if anybody wants to join in all the fun, we'd love to have you. So just contact me and we'll go from there. Other than that, thank you very much for coming. This was a last minute thing. Take some more pizza, please. I sure don't want to take it all home. I just don't. Grab pop, grab whatever, take whatever. Other than that, if we could just clean up all the garbage, put it in the receptacles, and the tables and chairs, we just leave where they are because they have to be disinfected, so we don't have to pack all that crap up. And other than that, thank you.